Welcome to Holy Smokes and Dad Jokes. I'm super excited to have Amy Angel from the Amy Angel team.
I'm excited to be here.
I bet you are. All right, let's let the cat out of the bag. This is what
Yes.
we call in golf a mulligan because our first try just didn't work out.
It did. It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah. It just didn't get recorded.
Yeah, I just couldn't, we just couldn't make it happen, but that's okay. I feel like this one's going to be an improvement because I feel like I learned from the first one.
Well, and I'm ready to learn from you today because I brought someone today to learn your process, which is a lot different than ours. And also on my podcast, we did the same thing to someone else. We completely, messed up with Erica Westcott, and she had to come back and do it again. So I felt your pain when you had to ask me to come back.
Well,
but I was kind of glad. So
you were very generous. You didn't give me any trouble at all.
I didn't.
So that's good. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with me being your broker because
nope,
I'm easy. So that's really not a problem. So we have rules to the show.
Yes.
And you know what they are.
I do.
You have to bring a dad joke. And I would say the bar is high, but it isn't.
I've heard your podcast. It's very low bar.
The bars, although last week, if you haven't gone back to listen to Bill Snow, the best joke we've had on the show yet.
Really?
So just go back and watch the first 1 minute.
Okay.
He got me. He really got me.
Okay, good.
He really got me. Not to make you feel bad about your joke.
I mean, I already do because I know my joke's bad. I don't like dad jokes. I know. I think they're for dads, and I think you tell them as well as any dad.
That was a backhanded
that was
compliment
very backhanded,
there.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just going to say what I said last time, which is simply that I'm not much of a joke teller. I'm more of a reader, and that I've been reading a book about anti-gravity, and you just can't put it down.
You can't put it down.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember it being about like that last time.
Just as funny.
You still hadn't put it down.
I haven't. I'm still reading it.
That's dad jokes to me. They're anti-gravity. I can't.
Can't put them down.
I just can't stop it. I can't stop it. Well, I do remember saying this last time when I came on to your show. And by the way, I'm doing this because you sort of pushed me over the edge. I've wanted to do podcasts. And why I waited till I was 51 years old to do it. It's like a midlife crisis, I guess. Instead of buying a Porsche, I started a podcast.
Perfect.
But when I came on your show, it just encouraged me I can do this. And so I'm doing it, and I'm having fun. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm having fun. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. But when I was on your show, you did not ask me about my family until like we were halfway into it. And then you asked me, why ain't you told me about your family? It's like, so I'm not going to treat you that way, Amy. I'm going to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No, tell me about your family.
Okay, so I have a wonderful family. I have a son who is 23 years old, and he has just moved out of the nest for the first time. And you and I spoke about that a little bit, but, I can't even get any sympathy from you because mine is in Wyoming. Yours is in Japan. But I mean, Wyoming might as well be Japan because it's still, you got to get on a plane to get there.
Yeah,
it's very different.
Yeah, it's not quite halfway to Japan. And you could like take a Friday off and fly up early on Friday and do the weekend. We can't do the weekend.
You can't do that. Yeah. Well, you win, whatever.
But it's still hard. Wyoming,
it is.
It's still hard.
But I mean, it's just for the summer also. So even, you really win. He's gone till October. But anyway, he's a wonderful guy. He just graduated from Jacksonville State. And his intention is to come and work with us on the Amy Angel team. But in the meantime, he has gotten a job like at a hotel for the summer with a college friend of mine and his college friend too. So they are out hiking and doing all the cool stuff, fishing, fly fishing. And so I'm really excited for him.
Hard work.
Yeah.
He's on a mission trip.
He is on a mission trip. He's spreading his joy to the west. And then I have a daughter, and she's 15, just about to turn 16 and become a driver, which will be great.
That's hard.
I didn't think I would be looking forward to that, but I really am because she's a great driver. Her name is Zoe. I don't think I said his name. His name is Wilson. Her name is Zoe, and she is a cheerleader and just like has all the friends and does all the things. We talked about DD a little bit last time. We won't talk about that again. But she loves to play pickleball and just do girl stuff. And then my mother, who I include in our immediate family, she just lives right down the street, and she's wonderful. She's just always been the one who keeps us, doing all the family things, like all the Easters and Christmases and dinners and lunches, and say, hey, why are we not all getting together, and makes everybody remember we're a family. So, and then I have a lot of cousins and relatives and stuff that live around the area, so we get together with them pretty regularly as well.
I thought you was about to start naming your cousins.
No, I could take a minute. Yeah.
Especially I got tons of cousins, tons of cousins.
When I first moved back to Alabama from Florida, I grew up in Florida, and I moved back to Alabama my senior year of high school. I went to a party one night, and I said, Mom, I met the cutest guy. She said, what's his name? And I told her, and she went, cousin. You got to always check in since you moved back here.
It's Alabama. It's
I mean, all right. I was like, what number of cousin?
How far by marriage, or what is it?
So that's my family. Plus, I also consider my team my family.
There you go.
They are a family. We are a big family. So that's
and
Leanne,
KW,
Nicole.
we're a family.
Oh, we really are.
We are a family.
Yeah,
we are.
We'll talk about the work family a little bit.
There you go. So your girl's driving now, about to start.
Yeah.
Almost start. Yeah. So I loved that. I'm nervous. I'm still nervous. She's 19. But she was so much better when she got her license versus my son Oakley. Oakley didn't want to go anywhere. But Serenity, like if you needed
she wanted to go run out your errands
from the store or something, I mean, she loved it. So she's just all time going. So that really helped a lot.
Yeah.
And she
I think
loved
so.
it. But she's a lead foot a little bit, a little speeder.
Yeah.
We have Life 360, and April watches it all the time.
Will it notify you when she's speeding? Yeah.
Yeah, and then she notifies Serenity.
In case she doesn't notice.
But it's not working. I mean, So anyway, your mom's a great cook.
She is.
She brings us treats.
She does. My mom has a killer pound cake and lots of different flavors of pound cakes, and everyone loves those.
I had the chocolate this time.
Chocolate chip. So good.
Yeah. It was very good.
Well, beyond that, she's always been a great cook. Like our family has always had Southern meals on the table. Yeah, she's always and still does. I can call her right now and go, "Hey, I'm working late. What can you scramble up?" And there'll be something. So she's very talented, and that's her love language, is feeding all of us.
Mine is eating, so
perfect. You should come over.
I know. I've got to get this under control. I hit 50, and it's just. April would say it was 40. I feel like 50's been worse, but I did start. You know when mine started was when I came back to KW as the team leader. That's when I started gaining. I put 20 pounds on in like 2 months, and it's just been a struggle since. But the things you used to could do when you were 35 to drop
I'm going to quit drinking Coke.
50 you can't. Just don't drink it. But 50 you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
I'm going to walk to the mailbox. Okay, I'm better. No, that doesn't work anymore.
No,
but
it's a lot more strategic at this point.
Yeah. So you're a realtor. Everybody knows that.
Oh.
What real quick, what led you to get into that business? Something that you planned or?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, my background is psychology, and I, in fact, have a master's degree in clinical psychology, and my intention was to be a counselor or a therapist of some kind. And I did go into that line of work for a little bit and lived in Pensacola, Florida. I worked at a juvenile delinquent females in-house home.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was bad. I was the person that came in with the college degree that had the requirements needed to fill the position, but the women that were already working in the group home that didn't have the degree, they knew what they were doing because they had also lived the life. They had been through the abuse and the drugs and all the things. And then me to bop in there, Susie College with a ponytail with no background of any of that. Like I could do the paperwork, and the higher ups liked what I was doing, but I just it didn't feel authentic to me. It felt like I was faking it. You know what I mean? Like I did my part, but I just didn't have the backstory to go with the job, you know?
You
So
probably used the psychology in your real estate career, though, right?
yes, that's what I was about to say. That when I I didn't give up, but I called my dad and I said, I don't like this. This isn't what I thought it was gonna be. And he was a builder developer and suggested real estate, and I had no interest in it whatsoever. But he said, just try it. If you want to come home and get your real estate license and see if you might like it, you could work with me. And really, it was a great opportunity to get to know my dad better because, growing up as a daughter who didn't play sports, my brother was always the star of the family, played all the sports, and that was all the bonding. And all we did was go watch the sports. So, dad and I were close, but we didn't do the things that you do when you coach your son and all that. So being the real estate agent gave me the opportunity to get that relationship with him throughout my 20s, 30s, 40s, and it was really great. But also, like you mentioned, that's where the psychology comes in because that is what we are. We are therapists and counselors because our clients are inevitably, even if it's the best day, just a life change is hard.
Oh, yeah.
But they're also going through divorces. I work with a lot of people who have lost a loved one, a lot of estates where their parents have just died. And I mean, it's counseling. That's what we do. Plus,
you ever like, I'm gonna need you to lay down on this couch?
Well, we say it a lot.
Let's talk about your home price. Let's talk about this. Kick your feet up. We'll talk about this home inspection.
Yes. No, for real. I just put a couch in my office and I'm like, just come on in.
They don't even know.
They
You're
don't
professional
know.
at that.
They don't know. But it does help. And also just keeping everyone calm. That's one of I feel like my superpowers in a transaction is being able to keep both sides calm and realize we're all just trying to get to the same outcome. We don't have to fight or have a winner,
Right. Credible advantage too with your dad building houses. I mean, and he was a great guy. So you just took off.
I did.
Right. You just took off. And then you had that, and then you put your skills of psychology to work, and then you joined KW and started running the models. Like you were successful. You're very successful. So that leads me to my next question. A lot of people may watch this. They don't sell real estate. They do something else. What do you think has made you a successful business person that somebody else could use that same? It's not a trick or a secret, but they could use that same thing to help them be successful in what they're doing.
Right. Well, I have to give KW a lot of credit for that because it taught us how to run a business, not to just get up every day and sell real estate.
Yeah.
It's more about, you have a profit and loss statement. You don't spend more than you make. You have to see that at the end of the day, you're profitable. But, between that and also just discipline, really, because I get up every day and have non-negotiables. There are things that have to happen every day, or I don't feel like I succeeded that day. I can go back and look at my whole day and I have done everything that I said I was going to do, but I missed. It might be the dumbest thing. And I think, man, I've just really failed today. And it's like, but look what you did. I've gotten a lot kinder to myself lately. Like you said, when you hit that 5-0, I feel like you just become a different person. And so I have backed off on my roughing myself up, I give myself a lot more grace.
Yeah, I think you find a groove. You obviously face the whole midlife thing, like what have I done with my life?
Yeah.
But you do sort of find a comfort zone with who you are and what you're good at, what you're not good at.
Yeah.
So where you need help, use tools or leverage or other people to help you do things that you're not the best at or don't have the energy for.
Right.
I think by the time you're 50, you sort of start getting a feel for that. And, or at least I did. I'm not saying that I do it right, but I am sort of more comfortable with who I am. And so I think that's important.
Wouldn't it be fun to be 30 and be where you are right now, like with your mindset and just be 30? Would it or would it not? I like being 50 pretty well.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to go back or not.
Well, I don't, but I'm just saying if you could, when you were there,
you would have
if you feel like
an
you do now.
advantage.
Yeah.
You would have an advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd listen to myself. Like, do I go back and have to tell myself, convince myself, like, you got to listen to me?
No, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen.
So I feel like people did that when I was 30.
Probably, and we were like, get out of here. Yeah.
Old fuddy-dud. Yeah, we're not listening to your advice. So one thing that I know about you, and I think everybody knows about you, is you're always glass half full. You're very positive. And we tested that when I texted you about our last show. Not the recording didn't work, and so I'm like, we're going to put this to the test. But there you go. You was very positive. That'll give me the chance to bring somebody else to
Yeah.
watch this with me, and so you always do sort of spin it to the positive. And I'm sure you do that with your clients and real estate situations. Have you always been that way? Is it something you try to do every day, or where does that come from?
I don't know if I've always been that way, but probably yes. I think so, really. And I'm a big believer that things are going to happen the way they're supposed to anyway. And I think we did talk about this on the other one, but Viktor Frankl, it's a book, Man's Search for Meaning, that I read a long time ago, actually senior year of high school. And that guy was in a concentration camp in the worst possible living situations you could imagine. And he chose his attitude. Like, no one could take that from him. They could take his clothes, his food, they could take everything, but they couldn't take his attitude. And he chose to get up every day and have a positive attitude. And that sounds so hokey, but I mean, I took that to heart because like I've never been in a concentration camp. Like, I might have something going on, but it's never gonna be that bad. But I can always look at something and say, here's where we're gonna make this good.
That's right.
Here's where this is gonna be a good thing. And sometimes I look back at the situation and think, that was terrible, but I went into it with a decent attitude, and it was better than it would have been if I hadn't.
That helps people. And so I want to talk about my person that I talked about last time too, Joni Erickson Tata. Dove in when she was 18 head first into a swimming hole and broke her neck, paralyzed her, quadriplegic. She passed away in her old age, but she spent the first several years after that happened, praying for God to heal her, going to different pastors and services, and obviously just like nobody wants that life, obviously, right? But it was not just something, but the Lord spoke to her, and she was the most positive. Like when she found her spot, she's the most positive person. She encouraged so many people, having been in that situation. It helps. Like you look at somebody that's been in a concentration camp, someone that's paralyzed, and you see them live life with joy and help other people, that helps all of us. So
Right.
in very tiny ways compared to those, when you treat everyday struggles and you choose to make them positive and you choose to look on the bright side, that helps the people around you. It's a whole lot smaller than the two people we brought up, but it still does. Like it
Right.
makes life better, not just for you, but for the people around you. Because I feel like there's always people in the same struggle as you. And so maybe you can be the change agent for them to see that, I can wish this away, or I can grumble and complain my whole life, or I can choose to be happy and
Yeah.
choose to look on the bright side of life.
And my mom and I always joke about, we've had some pretty terrible tragedies in our life, but we just have kind of a dark sense of humor, and we've been able to joke about things that are not funny, but you can laugh or cry, and we kind of choose laughter and keep going.
I do that too. I get in trouble for it. April's like, you can't make a joke out of everything.
Wow. Sure I can.
Watch
this. Watch this.
Listen to this. I just come up with this in my head. So sometimes there should be a filter there.
That's true.
But anyway, don't change that part. That's so, speaking from a pastor's perspective, it's a huge part of what I preach Sunday to Sunday about how God gives us joy, God gives us peace, how we can look past the circumstances that we're in, and I hope and pray that people get it, and ask God to help them live that way. And that's why I was curious, why I asked this question, is I was curious where that comes from in you. Obviously, God wired you that way for a reason and for a purpose, right? But you use it well. and
Thank you.
it is inspirational to other people.
Well,
That's
and
just something I've always noticed about
thank
you.
you. And add to that what you just said, God gives you sorrow and God gives you challenge too. And it's always when I wake up to that reminder, like this is gift. This is not it feels awful, but it's a gift. And the minute that I become thankful for whatever struggle I'm going through, it seems to resolve itself. I don't think you can do that on day one, but usually well into it, it hits me like this is a gift. And I have this like little side porch that I walk out to and I look up at the sky and I go, all right, I get it now. You're being cute. But thank you. Thank you for this because it's going to make me better. It's going to make
That's
me
good.
deeper. It's going to make me stronger. And it does. And usually right after that, it kind of dissipates, but it always takes me a good 30 days, it seems like, to go, oh, shoot, go say thanks, you know?
That's good. You're
Yeah.
living it out. That's really good.
Thank
That's
you.
really good. So, speaking of church and pastoring, this is, I think, the third time I've had you at my church now.
It is.
Right? So you've been here twice, and then you came to my
Friend
friend
day.
day. I forget what year we said that was.
It's been a
Somebody can go
minute.
back and look it up. It's the year Taylor Swift came to Saks
It,
and was in the Saks
it was not last year.
Gymnasium. No, it was like 2007, 8, or 9, and her tickets were like $20 a
Wow.
person. And we had friend day that
Mhm.
week, the same week that she was there. And you came to friend day. That was pretty cool. I remember seeing you outside as we were getting ready for service.
Do you think
So,
it's ironic that Taylor Swift and I were both at that Saks church within 2 days of each other?
probably nothing to it. I wouldn't. I mean,
I
I
mean,
know you're
maybe.
looking on the bright side, but yeah. The good part for us is they just sort of left the chairs out,
It
so
worked
we could
out.
just So
Mhm.
that part was good. They didn't give us a discount though.
No.
Anyway,
No.
but we didn't charge. Like it's free.
Yeah. But
It's
did y'all
free.
have to Yeah, never mind.
We had to pay to get the chairs. The school didn't charge us anything. We gave them a donation.
Oh, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
but yeah, they were fine. They were always good to us up there, very good to us. But anyway, well, I would say we got off topic, but we did the same thing last time.
It's fine.
Yeah. So at this point in your life, I'm not asking you how old you are. You're pretending to be in your 50s, but I don't know about that. At this point in your life, what do you think you could still improve upon?
Okay. You know what's funny? I don't remember what I said last time, but I wanted to say it again, and I don't remember what it was. But my memory,
your
it's
memory's
my
not going to get any
memory.
better. We're losing that, I think.
I definitely want to get better in my memory. I do not remember what I said, but I guess I need to come up.
So for me,
Let's tell
we'll
what
just
yours
divert a
is.
little bit.
Okay.
I think I could still improve upon systems,
Mhm.
organization. I'm not naturally wired to be super structured and organized.
Mhm.
Now, that does make me more patient with situations because I can go with the flow if I need to.
Mhm.
But that's not always what is called for. And so I think I could still do a better job at putting systems into place instead of being more like whatever comes to my path, I'll handle it when I face it,
Mhm.
to be better prepared. That's a little bit transparent, but that for me, that's probably what it would be. Organization,
Well,
could do better with that.
I will say I have lots of flaws like that. That's
Mhm.
an easy one, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
work with me, but I always feel those with people who are good
Mhm.
at those things. I'm really quick to realize what
Yeah.
I'm not good at
Yeah.
and put someone else in that role. So I'm still great
Right.
because I don't have to do it. And not really. There's
That
still
is the
there's.
smart thing to
I
do.
mean, it is.
All right, so that's another thing I'm not as good at.
Mhm.
I'm not very good at delegating.
Oh, I am.
April helps me. Like she'll call me. I'll be halfway to work. You think you might need your backpack? It's only my computer and everything else. But so she helps me with
Yeah.
those things at work. They help me with stuff like that. But if there's something in front of me and I can do it, I will do it.
Mhm.
And it's great.
Mhm.
And I get a kick out of that, being able to help and fix something.
Mhm.
But it's also a burden to me because before you know, I've done you know,
All the
I've
things you
just
could
done
have
all the
given to somebody.
things,
Yeah. Well,
but
we just hired someone new this summer. His name is Miller Small, and he's here with me
mm-hmm,
today. And it was an interesting opportunity the other day because he said, I will do whatever. He said,
mm-hmm,
I will clean the front walk
uh-huh,
with a toothbrush if you ask me to. And I thought, well, I've never thought that it might need to be cleaned with a toothbrush. But I mean, today I took him with
mm-hmm,
me
mm-hmm,
and just thought, just look at this is what I do, So like, what are the things that you can do? So I mean, just the things that are simple as like letting a dog out at lunch if I've got an appointment and I
right,
can't go home and get him out. These are things that I think, oh, I need to do that because that's my dog and I don't want to put anyone out. But he's like, I'm your
yeah,
hired summer help. Like, let me do that. Let me do
yeah.
whatever.
He's sharp.
So
He's going to be a huge help for
he
you.
is. He's not going to be letting the dog out. That's not going to be his job. But if I needed it.
Now, when I email you, I'll be, is this Miller? Is
Is it
who's
Leanne? Is it
who's answering
Nicole?
me?
I
Who's
know.
answering this text?
I know. But they all
hmm
make a
Yeah,
whole,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. So I guess so. What we're saying is, you really have any weaknesses
I have all tons of
for the.
them. I just fill them with people that can take care of me.
Well, that means you're good at
I
delegating. So
am.
yeah. So well, I mean, we can move on. I
I,
mean, you're
I have an
just.
eating disorder. Can we talk about that?
No, I don't want to talk about eating disorders. That's the last thing I want to talk about.
I don't. I'm
I'm going to
fine.
be
Don't
cropping
worry.
this video about right here, chest high. Somebody took a picture of me at Red Day yesterday, and I had the leaf blower on my back,
hmm
and it literally looked like I had a motor there and a motor in my shirt. I'm like, which one of those is driving this?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
awful.
When we first started Keller Williams, I remember people always would take all these pictures at potlucks, and
hmm
everybody we'd have spoons and forks, and that's what would get posted, and it was
hmm
awful. We would all
Yeah.
just be eating all the time.
Yeah. We lie. I lie to. You don't have a problem. I lie to myself about it's not that bad. Then I'll see a picture of myself when I'm not holding it in. I mean, if you know the picture's coming, you're gonna pull it in, and somebody snaps it when I'm not. I'm like, man, it is bad. This is out of control.
Oh my gosh.
And so, I've got a white belt on right now, not because I love white belts. It's just it fits better. It's more comfortable. I'm like, white
Oh
belts
my
aren't.
god.
It's like a golfing deal, but usually wouldn't wear it with blue jeans. But
I don't,
right now I got the white
oh
belt.
my
The
gosh.
white belts, it's out. It's working.
I thought it was something to do with your jujitsu level.
That's where I would be. I would
Is that the
be
first
at
one?
that. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
working more
sorry.
towards sumo status, I think.
It's really not that bad.
All right. So speaking of not that bad, let's go into a little bit of a joke break here.
Okay. Let's hear one.
So I've changed my jokes from our mulligan because you didn't laugh.
I did a little bit.
And you're not gonna laugh at these either.
I'm ready to laugh.
But I'm like, why waste those on you? I think I can use, because I thought they were pretty good, and
Oh.
I'll use them on
That
somebody.
one about the soup was
just-
good. You're not going to use that one again?
That one was pretty good.
I thought that was fun. I laughed at that.
I forget the beginning of it though. So, what do you call when you mix a laxative with alphabet soup?
What?
Let her rip. So you talked me into that. Then you forced yourself to laugh.
No, it's funny.
Okay.
I didn't remember the joke because my memory is bad.
That's
That's the
right, I
only thing
forgot.
wrong with me. It's my memory.
What do you call a lazy kangaroo?
Okay. What?
A pouch potato.
Oh, so dumb.
It was awful. All right. April accused me of stealing her thesaurus the other day.
Okay.
Not only was I shocked, I was aghast and dismayed.
Oh my god.
So,
That was good.
all right. Well, you talked me into that one, but anyway, we can always edit.
I think you leave it all in there. I think
Okay.
people need to see the authentic
Yeah.
version.
Yeah, they see that. They see that a lot. What if you were to say, this is how I want to be remembered, because we was talking about being 50. I do start thinking about that some,
Mhm.
with kids and my family and stuff like that, and work and the church. I'm like, how do I, when they think about Jonathan, how are they going to remember me? What do you think? How do you want to be
And
remembered?
I do remember talking about this, and this one is important to me. It is not, remember, it's not Amy Angel Land. I don't need
do
a
remember
shrine. I just
that.
want each individual person who knew me to feel better from having known me. I want to have impacted each person that had an experience with me to just feel better, feel seen, feel understood. Just, I don't need to leave a legacy, I don't care if my kids get left a gazillion dollars. Like, I just want to people to feel having known me to feel better about themselves. That's enough for me.
Yeah, I feel better about myself after spending time with you. I'll say that.
Are you sure? Maybe not today.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I would say the same of you.
That's
I mean, we've had a really good relationship over the years. We really have.
Yeah.
And I do like to talk about the cubicle. I don't know if we talked about that last time, but when we first started Keller Williams, we were in cubicles, and Jonathan and I shared a common wall. So it was Jonathan and I, and then we had like Joey Cruz on one side. We had just
Agnes had the candy bowl.
Yes, that we all visited
Agnes
regularly. Agnes Huckabee, rest in peace. And but Jonathan, it was so fun to listen to him, and it also made me behave because I knew there was a preacher on the other side of the cubicle wall.
Yeah.
Joey didn't behave. He was loud and obnoxious and lovely.
You know what Joey told me one time? Joey came up to me because I started like a biscuits and Bible where we would do a little devotion before the team meeting. And Joey came up to me one day because Joey can be loud, and he's Joey, and he knows he's Joey. If he's listening to this, he's Joey. But he'll also get a little bit emotional.
Oh yeah,
And so
he's got a soft side.
we were riding in a bus somewhere on a field trip for KW. I don't know why we were going to Atlanta. I don't know where we were going. Maybe I don't know if it
in
was
that first family
training or something. It could have been.
Mm.
And so he sat beside me, and we were riding. And he said, "Jonathan," he said, "I want to tell you something." He said, I've always been saying that, and my parents was saying I need to get in church, but I've always just I just haven't done it." He said, "But I feel like God brought church to me, to my work." I thought that was really nice. He had a little tear in his eye, how Joey would do. But that helped me feel like that, I had made the right decision to do what I was doing, because it's tough. Like it's really tough to be bivocational, because it's like no matter whatever I do other than pastor, it's going to be like there are some similarities, but it's like it's still a huge change, right? So it's like a big hat that gets taken off, and so that was pretty cool to have that.
You impacted a lot of all of us, probably. Me, my personal experience with that Bible and biscuits was you taught me that I've told you this before, but that I could forgive somebody without having to tell them, because I was harboring this resentment for a person that I would not forgive because I thought true forgiveness meant I had to call them and tell them. And I'm like, I can't do that. So I'm just going to be angry. And then I realized I could release all of it. And I did, it just felt better to release. Right. And I'm not mad at that person still because I learned I could forgive them without making a phone call.
That's good. In an ideal situation, it's good to say it, but in some situations, it's not the best to have that confrontation. It may not be helpful, right?
Yeah, it wasn't.
And so you can absolutely release that, and because I think sometimes people, no, I'm saying this about you, but sometimes people hold unforgiveness, and it'll rule like you think about it all the time, and that hate can come in there, and before you know it, thinking about them is taking up your energy and your days, and they're not even thinking about you. To them, they're just going on their life, and you've made it all about them. They're what they call that. They're in your head. There's a what do you call that?
Living rent free in your head.
Free. That's right. Yeah. And so forgive and let go and move on. There's more important things. It doesn't help you to hold on to it.
Right.
And it doesn't hurt them that you don't forgive them. So
right.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Elsa said it best.
She did. She sung it.
She sung it.
That's pretty good. Is
that a dad joke?
It wasn't bad. I mean, obviously you got some work to do. We'll add that to your things that you could improve upon.
Oh, there's one more.
A dad joke's got to be
I know
corny,
it wasn't.
and so it doesn't necessarily have to be funny, but you can't like that one. You just sort of snuck up on it, and we didn't know what was happening. And then you ask, was that a good joke? That's
I said,
always
was it a
bad
dad joke?
Oh, was it a dad joke?
It wasn't.
So I don't remember what it was now. Oh, the Elsa
oh my
thing.
Gosh, Jonathan. Two bad memories.
I've already let it go. I'm just saying. That quick.
That was a dad joke.
That was a dad joke. See, I did that.
Yeah.
I was using the hands
Showing
helps.
me.
Some motion. Is there anything else you would like to say?
I don't guess.
How's your podcast going, by the way?
Well, I love it. I don't know what everyone else thinks.
That's what I say too.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. No, but for me, I think that I remember now the thing that I did that I could improve upon. But really, that's what I've learned through that podcast is that we need more of those one-on-one conversations. And it's not even one-on-one because there's someone else in the room too. But where you put your phone down, you're not distracted, you're not looking over your shoulder, you're having eye contact and having a conversation with somebody, getting to know them, asking them questions about their life, and the answers are fascinating. Like, I love it so much. And the people that are now beginning to actually come to me and not just me go to them to say, can we be on your show? I mean, it's so fun, and we haven't checked our analytics in like it's been a month, I think, right now, because it's like we're scared. We were edging up, and then we're like, well, I don't want to look in case it's backwards. But we just recently did one that was agent geared. So it was about our events. So Nicole, Leanne, and I got on and talked about our most recent event, how we did it, how we get it sponsored, like all the things. And then we sent that to our coach, and our coach put it out to his coaching tribe to say, hey, these guys are doing this, and then I reached out as a thank you, but also said I would love to interview some of those other agents that are in that coaching tribe. And those are some big dogs, big people.
That's really cool. I saw you on
James Shaw.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I did.
Surprise.
I saw that. That's good.
But you know why, right? He came to the family reunion and saw me speak at that.
That's right.
And then when I got an email, I thought it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked ChatGPT, is this real? And they said, that's real, So I ended up following up and getting to be on that show. But I haven't even heard it. Byron listened to it yesterday, but he said he was doing other things. So it's just very humbling to put yourself out there on these kinds of shows because, like, maybe no one's listening.
It is.
But you know what I do, and you should do it too, is if we mention somebody, like today we mentioned Joey, when you're listening to this later, forward it and say, Joey, you got a shout out on this show, or like whoever you talked about.
What if I made that whole thing up?
Just so you can tell Joey. And then Joey's like, that never happened. That sounded so like Joey though. But I mean, there are certain people that listen. Like we get messages like from Paul Holmes that'll say things like, some people say, get Leanne a microphone, like after most shows, because she's got, there's only 2 spots for a microphone. Well, we can upgrade our equipment, but anyway, it's just nice to know people care and give you feedback, So.
You're doing great with it.
Thank you.
All of them have been good. It's real estate story time with Amy Angel.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the 5 people that listen to me can go listen
slide
to
over.
you.
Yeah.
And your thousands of people can come and listen to mine.
I don't think there are thousands, but I like to imagine it thousands.
Yeah.
But when you're talking, you kind of want it to just think about a room of your friends.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you really hope other people are listening, but it'll be a random somebody's cousin that lives in, it's just like, what? I didn't know how odd that they're listening, but it's exciting.
I don't know about you, but it is helping. Like, it is helping me. I do not do very well with YouTube. It's very slow traction, but YouTube's hard. It seems like really hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook does okay. My iTunes and Spotify, those are not doing too well. That's where you're doing most of yours is through the audio channels.
Well, we don't have any video.
Yeah, and so but for me, it's been very. And it sounds like the same thing's happening to you. Like I had Matt Martin, which is a pastor from Weaver. He's 40, in his early 40s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
did one with him, and then Bill Snow, pastor. He's been pastor for like 42 years at the same church, and so in his 60s. Him last week, and I'm learning so much. Like I'm having conversations that I would
Mm-hmm.
never have. Like
Exactly.
I'm passing people by just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" But you sit down and you actually it just does something for you. Like you
Yeah.
do get some, I'm sure when you're doing these real estate ones and you're talking, it is encouraging you and giving you ideas
Mm-hmm.
and it's that's been something that's been really helpful for me. Like it's
Right.
just I don't know what it does for anybody else, but it's really helped me,
Yeah.
you know?
No, and if it were all about you, it would be enough. But if
Yeah.
it's really impacting anyone else, like think how great that is too. And I feel like they
Yeah.
are,
Yeah, I think so.
from the feedback I'm getting, I feel
Yeah.
like somebody's
I think
learning
so.
something.
Somebody's using these jokes I'm
I
telling.
hope so. I hope
I
they
know
take them
you
right
do.
home to their
I know you
family.
hope they are. I'm stealing every one of them. No, the I think laughter's great, and
Me
so
too.
yeah, I know you do. So this has been a pleasure, and we're gonna pray that it takes this time.
Yes.
And so, if not, Will's been writing the whole thing down, and so
Miller.
Will, how's it going, Will?
He loves me. I don't know why, but he
Yeah,
spent a whole day
you
with
got a
me.
keeper.
I know. And
You
he's
have
only
a you
temporary.
have a
So that's not
keeper.
how it goes.
There you go.
I know.
I'll need to find me one. Maybe a Will. I don't know.
Maybe we'll show up for you. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll probably edit the last 2 minutes out, but
That's fine.
this has been a blast, Amy. I
I
always
enjoyed
enjoy our
it.
conversations, and I do want to encourage everyone that's been watching me on Facebook or YouTube or wherever to go and check out Real Estate Storytime with Amy Angel because it's not just about real estate.
No, no.
It's a
Yeah.
whole lot of other stuff, and she's had some really, really famous people on her show.
I have. I've had some big
That's
names.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. For sure. So one day we're going to make it to be like her. Thank you so much, Amy.
You're
Had a
welcome.
blast.